everyone, good day! Today, this is Jessa Dahl again, and today we make a video how expensive is Norway. So today I'm using my phone to make a video because I don't have the stand for the camera because I leave it home because I thought that we travel only here for 3 days here in Sikihor for celebrating our wedding anniversary, but suddenly we've been lockdown. So that's why I never have always video because I can't really take a video for the camera because it's really bad sometimes getting shaky. So yeah, so we start now. So first of all, everyone says that Norway is expensive and rich country also. If you search that in Google, that Norway is part is a rich country because of their oil, and they are also an expensive country. So why it's expensive? There's some things is expensive there, and some things are cheap too. So if you think that my husband is rich because he's from another country, because you think his money is a euro, but it's not a euro. The kroner today is getting low. It 4 pesos down to 4 pesos, the 1 kroner. So it's not euro. They are not part of euro because they don't want to join the euro because they want to be an independent country, because if they join the euro countries, their taxes will be affected because they have these high taxes, and when you join this euro you need to follow this less taxes only, but they don't want to less their taxes, because if they less their taxes, the health benefits will be affected, like you free medical and for the disability money for the people. So that's the reason why they always be independent. So first of all, my husband worked sometimes 16 hours a day or 18 hours a day. It's not like us, we work only 8 hours, but they pay per hour. But it doesn't mean that they're rich or they have a lot of money because they work hard. No, as all we know, it's very expensive to travel too, right? So I've been looking the hard work he does. It's not like always sitting in the office. You need to carry things too. You need to work yourself because you cannot get always unemployed, because if you always have employees, and like in Philippines, in McDonald's, it's a lot of employees. But if you go to in Norway, it's a little workers only because it's really expensive salary, expensive taxes. So how could they earn the money of that, right? So yeah, first, expensive rent in Norway. It's very expensive. The cheapest I think that we live in there is, you have the small apartment only that we live cost 30,000 pesos, or 6,000 kroner. That's the cheapest. And then if you leave that in Philippines for 30,000, you leave that a condos units, you have that nice life. But in Norway, if you live in 30,000 apartment, it's just nothing. It's just a normal people. Second is electricity is expensive. It's very expensive. Sometimes you pay 2,000 kroner, or how much is 2,000 kroner? Maybe 12,000. But actually it will be expensive if you use heater, especially in winter time. It's very cold, you need heater. And not only one heater, but when I'm there I own two heaters, two or three, so that's very expensive. But it's really cold, so I need it. But for him, he used to it, but one heater is okay for him. So next is alcohol. It's very expensive because it's not good for the body. That's why they make it expensive. For one alcohol, you bought that in the market, maybe 300 something. I don't 300. But if you buy that in, if you go to the bar and drink it, it's 600 pesos, the one bottle of beer. And then cigarette, cigarettes also expensive, but so I think it's same with beer. I don't know, but it's just really expensive, like 600 pesos or 500 pesos. It's really expensive because it's not good for the body. That's why when a lot of foreigners going to Philippines, they always go to the bars and drink too much because they enjoy their life in there because it's cheap. That's why they think Philippines is cheap, because it's really expensive in their country. So next is gasoline. It's very expensive also in gasoline. Even they have this oil that they made as oil, but still the gasoline expensive. So next is their taxes. They have this toll road taxes. What is toll road taxes if you don't know? When I first come in Norway, I never saw that. Seriously, you pay a road when you go there, but every road has a CCTV cameras, and they can calculate it automatically when they say your plate. So because they don't have this is like in Philippines that your car full of, you make black there in front of cars so no one can see you outside who are you, but them is not allowed, so that the CCTV can see you. What is toll taxes road is, example, if you go to another town, or another town, or every road has calculated. So example, to 1 meter away you drive, and then you pay the taxes. That it's not same price, it depends how far is that. Sometimes it's 12 pesos kroner, and sometimes it depends. That's why it's really expensive, because if you go to the other place, visit your friends that is far away from your house, and if you go to visit your parents that is in the city, it's really expensive because you need to pay tour taxes. So that's the thing also. And water there, the small bottle water is expensive also. It's costed 10 pesos in our country, but in Norway it costed like 150 pesos. The small bottle that costed 10 pesos or 15 pesos. So it's not all expensive, but as you said, if you have 100,000 pesos, it's not enough to live in Norway, isn't it? If you rent an expensive apartment, so you need to know how to balance the money, or rent with your friends with your apartment together to make it savings. So next is good things is cheap. Like when I saw in Philippines, it's really expensive. The vegetables, some of the vegetables expensive. fruits expensive. Here in Philippines expensive, and chicken here in Philippines expensive, but that's in Norway. Good things that makes your health healthier. That's makes them cheap. They makes that cheap so everyone can afford. Everyone can eat healthy. Like chicken is almost free. Pork chops cheap, and then it's cheaper than in Philippines. Vegetables is cheap, and then apple is almost free, orange are almost free, bananas is almost free, because and they make it cheap so everyone can afford. And then they have the SIM card that they pay 2,000 a month, that you can have free text, free call, and free internet for whole month for 2,000 pesos. So where you can get that, not like in Philippines, but it's really the same, right? And if you're broke also in Norway, government will help you until you can get you a job, your job. So that's it for today. I hope you like my video. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell button so you always updated to my new videos. For my next videos, when I go home, I will make it how to get a visa to Norway. So just keep in touch and for that video. Thank you for now. Bye bye.